That was more difficult than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone. I don't know if I can hear you. Am I muted?
No,
Okay. How is everybody doing? I don't know if everybody can hear us, so did we boomer it from the beginning?
I'm sure they can hear us.
You sure? I don't know. They're not saying hi. They're saying hi to each other. But anyways, we can go let's say hi to people, I guess. All right, we can start off that way.
Let's introduce ourselves too.
Introduce ourselves
Yeah,
first. Okay.
yeah,
You want to go first?
sure. So, or we're both, as most of you know, we're both kind of new to comics. We're not old school comics collectors or anything. We're just new, mostly Comicsgate. We're not going to be strict on sticking to Comicsgate campaigns, but we may. But I've backed a couple hundred Indiegogo campaigns for Comicsgate, mostly Comicsgate books. But
It's
we're
my
coming
turn.
from a point where we're just amateurs. We're fairly new to comics, but we know what we like.
Correct.
And I am Grace, and my co-host here,
I'm
Andy,
the
is
chaotic one. We didn't decide that pre-show, by the way. Anyways, so I'm Amanda. Some of you might have seen me around in other places on other shows. And this idea came a few days ago. Just thought maybe some insight to campaigns was needed. So I tossed the idea to Jim and he agreed, and I created a channel, much to my chagrin. I'm not exactly excited about that because I would much rather just sit and talk and let somebody else run the board. But so yeah, I'm new. I first got into comics basically with CG a year and 4 months ago-ish. No, probably about 6 months ago-ish now. And I'm almost at 100 campaigns. So those aren't necessarily to brag, but those are to say that we've backed some campaigns. So we know what we like, we know what we're going to look at, we know what catches our eye and what doesn't. So, those are our qualifications for better or for worse. And I suppose we can say hi to the people that are in the chat now. So we have good stuff. Hicks Villain, Dojo Kun Comics, Skip, Jim, of course, is here, which is a good thing, although he threatened to not be here earlier. We have B Rose, Teach Me How to Snuggie. George is here, which I'm excited about. We have Sumo, Astro Zombie. It's funny how I need to read the names and I don't always call people by their full name, so this is a little different. Hail the Mo. I think that might be it for who's here. And also, oh, there's 24. I have a short-term memory. Lord Ravener, or Ravener, but I still go with Ravener. And Eric is here. Hello, Eric. Thanks for joining. New booties. You got booties? Like baby booties? Did you tell B Rose about that? Let's see. We have Pedro. Hello, Pedro. I don't know if I said hi to Hicks Villain yet, that short-term memory of mine, and the fact that I am nervous. It's funny. I don't know, number of streams I've been on, I'm still nervous. We're scrolling down, scrolling. Oh, we have Frequency Girl. Hello, Frequency Girl. And I think that might be it. All right. So, what we thought to do was to look at Creator Go with the CG tracker and pick out stuff from here. Because at least from here, we are looking at someone somewhere, Nailsabot, or I'm not sure how you pronounce his name, thinks that these are CG campaigns or CG friendly campaigns. And then we kind of went down through them. And you know what? I'm not even sharing a screen. So let me start that part. So we're going to do just a tab and this one.
yes, you're the captain.
Yeah, I don't like that. But anyways, okay. So I'm hoping you can see the Creator Go screen now. I didn't share with audio, but that's okay. So these are all, I limited it to 2022 because what I would like to do is to look at those that have not made funding, and to see if maybe there are reasons why it hasn't made funding yet. that we can provide them with insight, or if it's something that we like. And then twofold, if we have enough audience or people that are watching for the rewatch, they can be looking at what we're saying, and there'll be eyes on the project. So just because we may not like something, or maybe we will love something, you guys will see it too. And hey, they get backers, right? Win-win. Do we need to catch up with anything in the chat, Jim? Because I can't see when I'm sharing my screen. So that's your
Oh,
part.
yeah. No, we'll be fine.
We'll
We
be fine.
can look back at chat. They'll be okay if we miss a comment or two.
All right. So my first thought was, like I said, to look at those that have not funded yet. And Indiegogo has this nice little check marks, not check marks, if they have not funded. I was looking at Tales from the Netiverse, or I didn't pull it up yet. So I have looked at this campaign before, but I didn't want to look at it ahead of time to be biased. I do want the conversation to be organic. Jim, do you have any issues if we do Tales from the Netiverse?
No, we can look at that, but I am biased, but that's fine.
You're biased? So do we not want to look at this?
No, that's fine. No, it's good.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to
I
stop
backed the
sharing.
first one. I backed the first one, but I haven't read it yet, so I'm only partially biased.
Okay. So let's go back to screen sharing to share the other one. And if there is an easier way to do this, I apologize. Okay. So I hope you can see this. I don't know, are we on? I can't see it on the phone part, but there is a delay. Did I share?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we have Tales from Nativerse number 2, or Natverse number 2. It's an 80-page anthology. It's a campaign by Simon Poitier, which his 5 campaigns under his belt. Now, first off, I am familiar with Sim. Like, I've had conversations with him. I know him from the chats. He does streams. He's on, co-hosted streams. So this is someone I am familiar with. How about you, Jim?
In Comicsgate, he's well known. He participates in various chat groups, and you'll see him wherever you go. He'll probably be in one of the chats you're in.
Yeah, he does make his rounds, whether he's on the stream or in the stream.
Yeah, and he's always been around.
All right, so when you pull up this page, Jim, what are your first impressions?
It's interesting. I like it. So one thing I like is that the big image, the thumbnail, shows some artwork.
Mm-hmm.
And it also has the logo, which is becoming more recognizable. I'm sure that's why they do that for the title of the book. I mean, the Inkslayer logo is becoming more and more recognizable, but they don't overdo. Some campaigns just show the logo and no artwork. And hopefully, when you share this, like if you share this to Twitter or Facebook, hopefully the video thumbnail also shows this same exact image. That's a good thing, in my opinion.
Okay, and I know, yeah, you're right about the Inkslayer. I think I've been seeing that for a few months, not too long. 5 months maybe. I'm not sure how long they've been going around. I know it is a group of them. Sim being one of them. I want to say Inkspots, and I'm missing the other ones. But if anybody else wants to add that in the chat, they can. Now I do like this. I do like the split. She doesn't look like a very. She looks like a good-looking lady, but there's evil side to her, and even more evil side with the mask or whatever robotic thing she has going on the other side. So yeah, this image is definitely an image that makes you want to know more, or at least it does for me.
For sure. And then looking at the title, this is book number 2. It's always good to see that it clearly is book number 2. It has a big number 2 right in the title.
Yep. And it
doesn't
says
just
it's an 80-page anthology, so you know it's a collection of stories, and you're getting 80 pages at the least, right in the front get-go.
yeah, a lot of information right there.
Yep. Do we want to go to the chat, and do you want to run that? Because I can't do both. You're
What do
asking an awful lot.
what do you want to
Just
see?
the important comments in the chat, if you can bring those up, please.
Oh, I don't know what's important.
The
What's
people that are
important to
talking
me,
about the campaign, not the people that are
what's,
saying hi to each other.
what's important to me might not be important to you. Now I see why people have trouble with this. If you're not paying attention to it while it's happening, it's hard to scroll back through.
So you can always show the campaigns, and then I'll do the
It's
StreamYard part. Sorry, people.
See, George sees Canada and starting to make assumptions about shipping, which might be a valid point.
Yep.
So that just means you would have to further explore it to see.
And we'll see as we go further if it does talk about costs for international shipping. So we hope to get a little bit more detailed as we go on further.
We can look at some of the perks. See.
Mo Biggs is being grammatically correct. Right out of the gate, I need to say an 80-page anthology.
Oh, Sam. Mr. Potier. Well, he is French Canadian, so you gotta, give him a little leeway, Mo Biggs.
So.
Oh no, Eric Rappo's colorblind.
What does it say? He says, the art looks interesting. I was turned off because I saw a redhead. I have a long-lasting beef with redheads. I don't know if anybody else is seeing this, but she looks like she has green hair to me. Now George is saying now that all he sees is the typo. Thanks to Jaro for joining. And Nefarious. And Derek. Now, Eric the Guapo said, Simon is very visible, but I have not seen this book promoted much. What would you say in regards to that, Jim? Anything?
I probably agree with that. I see him in chats, but he does promote his book in some chats, but
like as in throwing his links, or others throw the links in there when he's in there?
Or just talking about it, but it's mostly the chats that he's more comfortable in. So maybe he could spend a little more time advertising on.
Okay, interesting that both of you say that, because I'm pretty sure he's been on Ralph Valkyrie. He was on Global Frequency, and I know there's been a couple of he was on Bancroft. Like I can probably think of at least 4 streams that I've seen him talk about this book in. Which he is making the rounds, but it is kind of interesting how both of you are thinking he's not. So
maybe
I don't know if there's some leeway.
Streams, maybe he needs to advertise a little more on the Twitter or something.
I don't know if I've seen him on Twitter, but I don't follow a lot of people. So maybe that is something he's not doing on Twitter. So let's see. We have Dan to Danny. I grant my blessings on this endeavor.
Hail Danny. Danny Team.
Are you following with the commenting or what? Because I don't see anything popping up.
Everyone's saying hello to each other.
Yeah, well, we can scroll down. And okay, so Mo says, I've seen Sim on a few shows with this Global Frequency, Sugar Crift, Bancroft, and Lord Crackhead. And then Soda Ferry says he's been on a bunch of smaller shows. It's not really in his power to get featured on the bigger shows. Hello, Nico. Thanks for joining. Jeremy B. And George Travelos, is the panel allowed to tell us if they've backed these campaigns or if they've backed /read the first installments? Well, Jim did say that he backed number 1. but he also says he has not read it. Now, Jim, what do you think your ratio would be to those that you've backed to those you've read? No comment? Am I
I don't
muted?
know. You're making me think. Now I got to start thinking. I don't know if I don't track the ratio. I would say most I read back. There haven't been many that just completely turn me off, but there are some that could, like, I'll probably get more picky as we go, but there are some that I backed second time, knowing the first one was mediocre, and I saw improvement, and it was cool to see that. And I did back this one now that I didn't remember if I had backed it yet or not, but
so you backed number 2?
Yes.
Okay. I have not backed number 1, and I have not backed number 2. I am on the fence. However, maybe this deep dive might change it. I do like Sim, though. Don't get me wrong. We share the same birthday. All right. So, should we look at the other photos that he has?
Sure.
It looks like another trailer, and another trailer. Now, I did not share this with sound. I know we had a discussion previously as to whether or not we should be playing trailers. I am of the mind that, hey, it can't hurt, at least for a little bit, to get a good impression. Jim was basically like he doesn't want to spend his time with trailers. So
you can play it. It's not going to hurt anything, but I just find them to be. No, I've never backed a book based on a trailer.
Right. All right. So stop sharing and then share it with the sound.
Yeah, if you want to play it, sure.
Okay. Oops. Sorry, I'm opening tabs. It was too close to the other one. Crap, I just lost where I was. Okay. Does it allow me to do Chrome tabs? Oh, wait, share tab audio. It's automatically selected. Oh, I guess I didn't realize that. Share tab audio is automatically selected. We know that for future. Okay. So hopefully everybody else can hear it.
Tales from the Mapverse 2, an 80-page full-color anthology series by Sim. Wait, is this an original soundtrack? What the? Animation and an original soundtrack? That's so cool. Okay, back to the book. In this series, you will get 3 stories plus 1 extra unlockable story if we reach 10K during funding. Lawani, Murder Doll, 13 pages. Matt the Merc, Planet 69, 37 pages. Lawani, Metal Valkyrie, 28 pages. And Nat the Merc, Blood Brothers Part 2, 13 pages. Damn! Check out this sexy Lawani digital painting print by Sim. And this amazing Sim and Inkspot's heavy metal style cover. The book is 69% done. We got more 6 a.m. stickers to be unlocked and a free sketch card to every physical backer when we reach 15K. Tales from the Mapverse 2, only on Indiegogo.
There we go. Your thoughts? Did it sell you?
You should stop sharing it. I believe it was pretty good that it was informational, like John Malin would say. You know?
Yeah, I liked that too. I don't know. I must have seen that trailer somewhere, but I can't say I remember it. So it was nice that it had the animation was decent. Like that was kind of like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like that was the first impression. Although I know, like, okay, when you buy a comic book, that's not what you're seeing. So give or take that, I guess, as you will. I'm sure it depends on who's watching it. That's really going to matter too. I did like how it broke out the books that are in there and it showed the sample pages with the books.
Yeah, and it talked about there's a soundtrack or whatever.
Yeah.
things like that. Information about the campaign itself.
I can give or take a soundtrack, but
it wasn't just trying to be some animation that doesn't really explain anything about the book.
True. All right, so let's see. You want to see if the chat, anybody else talking about the trailer? Besides Nefarious saying trailers don't sell comics, Sim. And thank you for George for saying that we can hear it.
Yeah, let's go back to this first. I know my argument wasn't about getting on bigger shows. The size of the show doesn't matter.
Right. Maybe that's just the reason that they could think. Yeah.
However you get that visibility is up to you.
Right. But I think they're saying that might be a reason why some people aren't feeling as though they see it. Although I know I've seen you in smaller chats and Eric the Guapo in smaller chats. So it wasn't like, the people that commented that are the people that are solely in the bigger chats. Hello, Miss Rena. Thanks for coming. Let's see. So Eric the Guapo says he's not feeling the trailer. Lord Ravenous says, I guess I've backed 44 or the top 60 on Creator Go. Just no Fandom Menace or your boy Hack stuff. Is he talking about number of backings? Not sure if that's a conversation with somebody else or not. So, yeah. Miss Rena's asking who did the trailer. I'd love to have them work on a trailer for my campaign. I think that was Red Gaze. It sounded like Red Gaze, but I'm not 100% sure.
For the voiceover, he probably did the video too, but Sim is very approachable, so if you get a hold of him, I'm sure he'd be glad to share information with you about that.
Yeah, Mobig says, seems like it's a Red Gaze trailer. Snuggy says, I almost never watch trailers. Mobig says he would classify that trailer as competent.
We'll get there, George.
Pedro says, I will keep on making them because I love what I do. Pedro is an animator, so I can see where something like that is right up his alley. How much is the book you were showing? I'm assuming that's what you said we'll get to. Eric is using Roach Ball's trailer as an example as what does sell a book. Pedro is saying that Sim did the animation.
I don't think a trailer ever sells a book, but the visibility brought about from a good trailer could. As Roach Balls would be an example of.
Right, Mobig says trailers can sell a book, but they have to be truly exceptional. This is a perfectly good trailer, but not one that really stands out. All right, so do we want to scroll down or we want to answer the price of the book and shipping costs?
Well, that's probably where we're going next, isn't it?
Sure.
Let's look at the...
Well, so the feature looks like it's all 3 covers.
Before we get to the perks, we could just look at the content art of the...
Well, I don't know. George is pretty eager. I don't want to make George unhappy.
That's all right. George has patience. He has to have patience.
Okay, so $20. That's a digital copy. We don't want digital. Okay, book 2, cover 1.
Look at the description. Let's not get to the perks yet.
Sorry, George. All right, so here's the cover that was talked about in the trailer. It's an Ink Spots in Sim heavy metal ode mashup. All right, so follow the adventures of Nat the Merc, an intergalactic man of action for hire, and his freelancing rebel friends, including babes like Lawani and Rose. This 80-plus page anthology series of multiple standalone short stories leads us into Nat the Merc series and will continue as a companion to the primary story. Merc leads the life of a freelance space rebel, flying free from one job to another. He stands for what's right or for what's in the right price. No lords, no masters. Any thoughts on that thus far?
Yeah, it's nice and brief. It's not too much reading. Okay. For those people that like to hear everything in a trailer and not read much.
We got some art, and it looks like character introductions, which I won't read, but they're there for those that want to. And then it says these are just some of the characters in a universe filled with adventure, threats of all kinds, and extended galaxies. Differing factions are at war, with freedom-fighting rebels, scavenger, and space pirates all vying with one another for riches and control. As perhaps the most feared mercenary in the fray, Nat is a freelancing rebel in space serving his own needs, even as he contracts for others.
I think some of that probably was already covered in the previous paragraph. So
I agree. Not that it's horrible that it's there, but it is
yeah, it's
kind
not
of
too
duplicate.
bad since the other one's brief, and that's kind of brief too. So I've seen them
Yeah.
be a lot worse than that.
All right, so then we have another limited edition cover. Third cover. The first one was by Sim. Second one was by Alan Alonso. Well, actually, technically the third. And samples. So here, I guess it gets into the specific books. So about Lawani Murder Doll, 13 pages with colors by Beacon, black and art, all white done. So he is saying that this is a black and white story, but the art is all done.
Yeah, finally some page art.
And then Nat the Merc Planet 69, 37 pages. This one's in color. Okay, so there's a mix-up. Not all black and white, not all color. 28-page book in color. I wonder why the first one's all in black and white if these ones are in color. Oh, there's some black and white there. So I'm wondering if these are pages that are in process but haven't been colored yet. And then another book that gets unlocked at 10K, making the book 90 pages. So these ones are in color as well. So we got more videos down at the bottom and text. So if we get fully funded within the first month, every physical backer will include a print of the Tales from the Natverse #3 cover on cardstock. It is not funded yet, and I'm pretty sure it's in the second month. So I'm assuming that doesn't happen. Someone correct me if I'm wrong on the timing. So stretch goals, starting at 10K. Unlock Blood Brothers Part 2, making the book 96 pages, and a sticker. 15K, the Merc Club card upgraded to a metal card. Free sketch card for every physical book backer.
So what was the campaign at right now?
Hang on. I don't know that I'll be able to get back to where I was. This is kind of long. All right, so it is at not even 5,000, so $4,761.
Yeah, so as others have said, it's probably early for him to put totals in there. Even if he knows how much it's going to cost to make those stretch goals worthwhile for him, he might not want to. You might not want to put hard to reach targets out there, and just decide as you go along to add the totals. Maybe list what the stretch goals are,
But not the amounts.
not the amount. But
I have actually recommended that to somebody recently. Because yeah, it's always good to see what kind of rate of growth you're having in the first couple of days to kind of gauge that way.
yeah, and
You know.
it's psychologically, some people might look at that and say, "Oh, he's got a pretty big target that he's never going to reach," or
Yeah, it
could
seems
be
less
the
hopeful
could
if you
be
have
the
another
opposite.
5,000 to go.
Right.
Where if it was like 1,000, like, hey, we can do 1,000. Let's all rally to get the 1,000, not the next 5,000. I see you.
Yeah,
I
not
hear
that
you.
I don't. It's probably not that big a deal because the stretch goals on a campaign aren't quite like talking about stretch goals in a live chat somewhere. That's where you want to get excitement. But yeah,
Okay.
I probably wouldn't. I would probably advise against putting the totals on there until you're more realistically closer to that stretch goal.
Now we also have backer count stretch goals, which is kind of nice to see that the campaign has both. Because some campaigns, the majority of campaigns will have dollar amount backer stretch goals. Some will have backer count stretch goals. It is kind of nice to see that this is both of them. So
Yeah,
every 100 backers, we unlock a free print of the interior covers or sticker, etc. So he's not really specific. He's kind of leaving it up to, I guess, whatever he feels as though he wants. So
yeah,
100 backers, and we are at 59 backers. So we're still quite a bit away from that as well.
yeah, and that's a good way to do it without being too specific. Leave it broad.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I kind of like the idea. Like, I'd be more excited for a sticker or a magnet, hint, hint, than a print. So when I don't know, that doesn't get me excited when it's not specific. It's
sure,
just me.
but he could always update the campaign as he adds them to what they are.
Okay. I'm not sure how recent the book progress status is. I almost want to say I think something is 100% done. There might still be some work on some things to do on the later half of things, but I think I remember hearing an update about things being done. And actually, we can go look at updates to see if there's something in the campaign page that says it. But I do like the fact that it has, little visual kind of breaking it down.
Yeah, that doesn't really matter much to me one way or the other.
Would you rather have a bar graph?
No, neither one would really matter to me. I hear people talking about their books on streams.
All right.
It's probably good to have in the campaign. It probably so someone that just comes across it can know. But
a Merk Club card included with $69 plus tiers, black cardstock with silver lettering. Did I miss what a Merk Club card was? Is it just a card?
Or maybe scroll down and it'll say
Full metal upgraded. See, it doesn't. There's an art contest, which is I kind of like seeing those. I like seeing everybody's take on stuff. The first place interior back cover with a book, second place free copy of one of my books, and third place gets in. Wait, the second place doesn't get in the book? Oh, get to be in the book. Okay, both of me all get to be in the book. Okay. And Inkslayer, group shot, 6 a.m. stickers, the prints, Bisley print. What did it say? Add-ons?
back to the point you brought up. Frequency Girl was saying this.
I can't see the chat when I'm looking at the thing. Sim did say he would ask all backers what they want to unlock first. I think it was either the sticker or the magnet that we first based off what he heard so far. Okay. All right. Let's see. So yeah, okay. We got prints. Oh, I thought we got to the bottom, but nope, it just stopped. Bisley. More. Didn't we already see the covers up above? I'm pretty sure we did when it gave credit to who the.
Yeah, it's probably
Okay.
a little too much scrolling for a campaign.
Risks and challenges. It's talking about status again. That seems a little duplicated. Because it says I've already finished 65 pages in black and white. Michael Beacon is currently coloring the Lawani chapters. I've drawn the first 3 pages in Planet 69, along with the first 5 pages of Blood Brothers Part 2. So yeah, it's a status update, kind of duplicate. But yeah, no, I really am feeling like I'm scrolling too far with this thing.
Yeah, clean up the redundancy a little bit.
And then, wait, are these? No, just okay. I'm like, are these the trailers, which would make the third time? Well, this is the trailer here. Isn't this the third time in the campaign that we've seen him? Because we see him at the top, and then I'm pretty sure they're in the middle somewhere, and then we have this one here. He must really be proud of his trailers. Prelude. All right, these look like the pictures that were in the trailer, where it gives the page breakdown and the stories, which is kind of nice to see. But I'm way too far down. What we need and what you get. Looking to have the book fulfilled by November 2022. So we're looking at what, 7 months? Need the money to pay the last pages. What he's hoping to do. What he's giving you. Although I think what he's giving you's kind of been covered above and should definitely be further up than this. I don't want to have to feel like I'm scrolling too far down and I'm finally finding out what I'm getting. Do you feel that way?
I didn't hear what you said.
I said I feel like I'm scrolling too far down to see what I'm getting. That
Yes,
part should be further up. Although the 80-page anthology covers it for me. I suppose you can get a little more details up top because right here he's saying you get a gorgeous, perfect bound book, German bind, and my eternal thank you. What's the difference in German binding? I don't know if anybody in the chat can answer that there, George. All right, and then we're back at some prints. Damn. Other ways you can help. Wait, didn't he have a thing that said ways you can help, and then there's other ways you can help? Yeah, there's a lot of text and a lot of pictures and.
Yeah, paragraph is too big, but I
Damn,
want to
Sam.
address.
All right, I'm done. No, I'm done. But I do want to check out the update because I'm wondering what the last update he put. And here's another huge update. Started working on that, the Mark animated web episodes. So it's not even a book update. It's a web episode. All right. Well, the web episodes, I guess, is kind of cool. And then a sample of things to come up for number 3. Wait a second. Sample of things that come from number 3. We're selling book number 2, right?
In case
All
you
right.
missed it, George, I am Grace and she is Chaos.
No, we have not decided on that. And it's just actually the name comes from clan name in Call of Duty, and it uses the word CG, which I thought was pretty creative and liked it. And then when it came to channel name, we just stuck with that one. So yeah, this is weird because the second update is talking about Tales from the Metaverse 3, and we're selling 2. I don't know if anybody else finds that weird. New fan art. What the heck is the update for the book, Sim? Sample of the card. Which, it's always nice to see what's coming up for the samples. There's the cover, which is added to the campaign already. So this is not the first time we've seen it, but maybe he listed it there first and then added it to the stuff. All right. So yeah, I don't know where the status of this book is. And he updated 18 hours ago. So good on him for updating relatively recently. But I don't know where the book is. All right. So let's
maybe the update section should pertain to the campaign at hand.
Well, I don't mind that other stuff. But yeah, I don't like the fact that I'm not knowing where the campaign sits.
Maybe,
but I think we need to.
It's like Graham Nolan will tell us when he's going on vacation and so forth. It may not be necessary.
Right. All right. So I'm going to stop sharing this screen for just a moment. We'll go back in a minute. But I want to go back to our chat and pull it up and go back over because we covered a lot of ground here. And I want to see where we've been. All right. So it looks like people just agreeing with things of comments that I'm not understanding the back and forth. All right, so this I was wondering earlier. So Lord Ravener said the first Natverse only did 8,300 total also. So that could answer why he thought it would be an increase and the first stretch goal was at 10,000. Because if your first books makes 8,000, you would hope it would increase a little bit, and the 10,000 could be ideal. I don't know. That's a thought. Let's see. Oh, and there's George saying the same thing that I said. And yes, George, I do like magnets. Now, we did bring this one up earlier. Sim did say he would ask backers what they wanted to unlock first. I think it was either the sticker or the magnet that would be first based on what he heard so far. Oh, and they're talking about backer count. So his backer count on number 2 is $90, 90 fewer than the number 1. So you would expect growth from that, but it appears that both have gone opposite. I wonder if anybody in the chat has read it. Let's see. Thanks, Sumo. I appreciate that.
Yeah, maybe if some of the review channels pop up, that could help or hurt campaigns too. But at least it would get more word out.
More on that. Lord Ravener says, huge problem with retaining backers coupled with insufficient marketing to replace the lost. I didn't get number 1, so I can't speak to post-mortem. Mortem, I guess, yeah. Thanks, George. Grace needs to pay attention to what Chaotic is saying more, although I will not answer to either name, so that's not what it is. Oh, here it is. Okay, German binding. Oh, never mind. Thanks, Eric. German binding invades Poland if you don't read it right away. Yeah, Snuggy's agreeing with the too much text bad because he can't read. I'm sure he can read, but he agrees that there is quite a bit of text.
Well, it's just like long trailers. People have only a certain amount of attention span to
That's
give
true.
to something. So
If I wanted to read, I'd back the Brandon Sanderson book, says Hicks Villain. Thank you, George, for trying to keep everyone in line. George, Mo is saying you could have called the show Jamanda. Yeah. No.
no,
I was dead set against the Amanda and Jim show or the Jim and Amanda show, so. All right.
yeah,
Lord Ravener. He still has a decent chance of Hail Mary funding, but I'll be honest, a questionable fixed goal puts me off backing. Now, fixed goal, he gets the money if he doesn't fund? Is that
no,
how it works?
no. He's just saying it's too high of a goal.
It's too high of a goal. Well, there's a difference between fixed and what's the other option?
Not fixed. It doesn't matter.
You're
Fixed,
creative. All right, but yeah. Okay. They're trying to sell Jamanda. All right. Lord Ravener, even if I know fail to fund gets automatic refund, I might not want that money tied up for 2 months. I had a recent campaign that refunded, and I think it was within the week that I got it back. So flexible.
this
You
one,
keep the money. Fixed, you only get the money if you hit the goal. So fixed, I think, would be better because the backer would get the refund.
yeah. Either way, this is only $5,000 fixed goal. Isn't that high?
Fix is also refunded. Flex is goal. They still get the money. All right, so moving on to, we'll go back to share. And we'll look at the tiers.
Kick Snuggy.
All right, we're seeing this now, right?
Yep.
All right, so we kind of covered the updates briefly. Go back to but now we're going to go to the perks. So this is the featured perk where you get all 3 copies. So you get 2 covers by Sim, I think is what I read, and then one that was originally a fan art, but he turned it into a cover. He gets
Click
the
on it.
biz print. I like the fact that it shows the pictures. I can see exactly what it's given me. So here's the list, which I know there are some, campaigns out there that don't show you what you're getting. So yeah, for $96, there's 3 books, a card, 4 prints. 1, 2, 3, 4 prints. Oh, it does say that right above it. Okay. It ships worldwide. You
Did we
also
figure
get
out what the club card was about? Was there any?
no. I will scroll back to get the details after. But yeah, I don't think it says what it is. All right, so the digital copy. $20 for the digital, of course, no shipping. Well, I don't know. Should I say
I
of
don't
course?
know. That seems a little high for digital to me, but
If you really want the book, you're saving the however much it is to not ship the book. $20,
correct.
$15.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing.
Although I can tell you that I've backed more digital books being at the $10, $15 price range than 20-something dollars. So yeah, there's that. So then there's the cover 1. We'll click on that. So it's just the cover 1 for the book. $25. You're pretty much standard price for a book, depending on whether you like it or not. I'm not logged in, so I'm going to go get this perk. And even if I was, nobody send me stuff to my address. All right, so shipping. Oh, I can't do.
We're not worried about them sending you things to
What
you.
if we do? Okay, we're gonna do 90210. 90210. Whoops. The only zip code I know that isn't near mine. So just the book. I see. Oh, there are add-ons. So you can add on the covers. Pretty standard. There's a sketch cover. I don't know if that was listed in the body of the campaign though.
Right, and that's what someone mentioned before.
Yeah.
That,
it is nice to see that stuff, so that way you know as you're checking out. But
get rid of some of those other redundant paragraphs and put a little explanation of add-ons, just a quick list or something of
yeah.
stuff that will be
Oh,
available.
there's a pencil page. I don't know if those are one of the tiers. So yeah, there's a lot of add-ons here. I know there's been times when I've checked out that I've missed add-ons. I don't know if that's ever happened to you. Like I'm just trying to catch the book and then I miss the add-on part. But I always do my backing on a mobile phone, so I don't know if that is part of it.
George, are you sure that
Shipping
Chaos
country
shouldn't pay a little more attention to
90210.
price?
Oh, I just need country? Oh, I guess I don't need. Okay, there we are. I was thinking one in zip code. So shipping in the United States is $15, which actually is not a bad shipping price in my eyes. What do you think? $15 for a book to ship?
I think $10 is better, but prices are
Well,
going.
of course. What's the highest you paid for a book to be shipped?
I think one of those UK books I might have paid $20 or something.
Really? Huh? Because I got a UK book for like $12 in the whole shipping a book game with the $12. But anyways,
I'm not going
okay, I'm just asking. Australia, $25. That's pretty standard for Australia, right? I know sometimes they get a little on the edge if they're paying $25 for a book and $25 for shipping, which I agree. It doesn't matter how much it is. It could be a $5 book and $10 shipping. I'm like, why am I paying more money for shipping than I am for the book? So I can see the mentality in that.
Why don't you go out of this and go back to like the big one and see what if shipping's the same for the like a Ketchup tier or whatever with multiple books.
I don't know am I still sharing?
Because sometimes even $25 would be okay if you could get book 1 and 2 or something.
All right, so you're talking about the feature tier, right? The big.
I don't know. Tier. Is there a Ketchup one, or is this just?
Oh yeah, actually, that would be what I would be interested. Yeah, so let's look at the Ketchup, because in case those that haven't gotten one, I'm pretty sure there is, because that's what I was looking at right here. Okay, Ketchup tier 1 and 2. So, is that really the right price? 2 books for $69. Okay. You get extras, but I don't know if I'm excited about that. I don't want the prints. I'm not really a print person. Okay, so $69. I don't know if others feel that way, but that's how it is, at least for me. All right, so you get the 2 covers of 1 and 2, and then 1 print, 2 print, and the club card that we need to go back and see exactly what that club card is, because is it like something you hand at a door to walk into a club? All right, so we'll go get this perk. Calculate the shipping. United States. And now it's 25. Okay. So yeah, add more, pay more.
Right, so go Australia and see if it's still the same.
$40.
See, it's even more, so.
Well, yeah, if our price for a book to 2 books goes up, I would think their price would need to go up too, but I suppose that's not necessarily the rule.
Which is what I was saying. If it was the same, then it might not be that bad even for Australia if you could get 2 at one time. But since you're doubling the shipping almost, probably not worthwhile, which is probably a good reason to have a digital tier anyway.
All right. So we got heavy metal and sketch cover. So you can add a sketch cover, but that's just the first books, not the second book. Sketch cover with sketch. So you got a sketch cover and a separate sketch? Or would that be a sketch cover with the
The
sketch
sketch
on it?
cover with the sketch on it.
That's not what I read first, but I guess that makes
Well,
sense.
some
The more
people
time I
sell
figure it out.
sketch covers, blank sketch covers, so you could
Right,
have
right.
your favorite artist put something on there.
Well, he's gonna put it on if you get the sketch. So you get a page from Nat for 160. That's not a bad price for a original page, but it's pencil page, but still not too bad of a price. Fully loaded sketch cameo, so you get drawn in book for $250. There's only one option to get book 2. I wonder. Oh, I didn't notice if you could add them on. Let me go back to the first one. I know this is kind of boring for people, but hey, this is the review of the campaign page, right? Too much detail. So if I get book 1 and I get this perk and I'm looking at my add-ons, there's number 2. I'm assuming that's the random cover of number 1. So I can add number 1 on, but I can't pick my cover. Is that what you're seeing from that? Did I lose you?
I wasn't.
All right, so if I go in and I buy book 2, I get these add-ons. This add-on right here, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but it is
Yes.
talking about Tales from the Metaverse number 1 random cover for $25 add-on. So I could get the first one for 25. The second one for 25, the first one for 25, making it 50. I don't need the prints. But it sounds like here, because it says random cover, I can't pick the cover I want. And I'm wondering, is that what you're getting from that too?
Yeah, random cover, whatever he has stockpiled. So hit add perk and see. Let's see if there's a shipping faux pas in this.
What do you mean a shipping faux pas? Like if I add to it, if it adds on?
Yeah, so hit continue to payment. If you scroll up, does it show you how much? Now calculate just to see if it's different.
It's still it's 25, so it jumped up 10 still for an
So
extra
it's
book.
the same for the Ketchup perk.
Yeah.
But without the prints.
All right, so we're going to quickly go back. We're going to see if we can figure out what that Merc card is, and then we're going to finalize with the chat and the overall thoughts. Damn, I don't like the scrolling sim.
No.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything about that Merc card except for those images once we get to it. It was talking about you upgrade. So the Merc Club card upgraded to a metal card and free sketch card. So it talks about it there. You get an upgrade if they get 15K. Sample the Merc Club card. Sample. So maybe it's just a card. Just a card to have.
It probably signifies a club that's in the story where the mercs hang out or something.
Maybe. If you would have read book 1, maybe it would have told us.
Yeah, it's my fault.
All right, so I'm gonna stop sharing. We're gonna go to the chat, see what we're looking at with them. I don't know if I like what Snuggy's talking about with food. All right, dang.
I never
Thank you guys for adding comments. Okay, so here's back. They're talking about the Flex Ghost. That's where we left off. All right, so George says, yeah, I don't think 5,000 is that high either. As a fixed or as a goal, I think that's what he's talking about, and I agree. I think 5,000 is pretty. Pretty. Are you running? What are you doing?
Yeah, that's a reasonable. Yeah, I picked a different one.
Okay, we'll read it out. Javro said $20 for a digital copy is too steep, considering the ring copy is only $5 more, in my opinion. I'd probably be inclined to agree with you.
Yeah, I think $15 or something is more reasonable, but that's just my opinion, and I'd probably have a different opinion if I was in Australia and didn't want to pay $25 shipping.
Exactly, you're getting a $5 discount and saving the 20 thing. And then I want to show this one. So Hey, JP, thanks for subbing. This is actually a very new channel. It was set up, 2 days ago? We weren't even sure if we were going to be able to live stream today because of the little wait period, but we did it just in time. So thanks for coming to hang out. Mo says, flexible is ideally for someone who is willing to take the financial hit to put out the book no matter what, but occasionally a critia slips in. Oh, and Mo was going on to explain basically what I just said. Sumo says he doesn't know what's better, a realistic goal or something like 5,000. The one thing you're going to be aware, if a new creator puts a goal of like $500 and they fund, at like $700 with, say if they do a $15 book, that's what, like 25 backers maybe? I don't know about the math right now, and especially not on stream. But can you make a book for, $700 and do all the shipping and all that nice stuff? Like I don't know that a
He's probably
$500
talking about how some people do that to play the algorithm. I don't think it's a good game to play.
maybe. So Snuggy's saying fix better because you need the money to fulfill. Lord Ravener is agreeing with George. I agree it's not unreasonable goal, but if I discover it at day 23 of 30 and it's at 3,500 of 5K, I have my doubts. Crazy has joined us. Hello, Crazy.
Sure, but is this the first 30 or the second 30? So you have that too.
It's closing. Hang on, I'm gonna go back, but 4 days left, and I'm pretty sure it's the second 30.
Yeah.
But I believe he's talked about going in demand, but you can't go in demand if you don't fund, right?
Right, but we could probably hustle and probably be some last minute funders.
It's 95% funded, so it only needs $239 to fund. So 4 days, $239, it's possible. I don't see where that's not impossible. Derek Clay said that they chose a flexible goal because it was their first campaign and wasn't sure where they'd end up. George saying United States, he caught my faux pas. All right, yeah, don't need the zip, just the country. Figure that out, better late than never, right? And Eric is saying that there are a lot of add-ons. Having that many add-ons kind of confused me because you definitely need to look a little bit more to see exactly what you're doing. I don't know what you think about that, Jim.
I don't think the amount of add-ons is any problem, but like mentioned, it would probably be good to have a list of them at the bottom of the campaign or something.
Okay, Lord Ravener says it's a decent selection, so I guess he's okay with that. Snuggy said campaigns should list the add-ons on the main campaign page.
Snuggy also says something about NFTs, and all I know is that I'm not buying nothing from Snuggy.
I was pulling up George. Can't argue with Grace's logic. Paying $10 is better than $15. $25 shipping from a UK book. I don't know if he's just repeating what you said or if he said that it was $25 that he paid for UK. Snuggy says more than $10 US shipping is a turnoff. Talking about food. We'll skip those. Crazy Mad says he likes the price point. Food. You already pulled up Jarros. I paid over $40 shipping for the Mary Boys Ketchup tier because they mailed out the old book immediately and are mailing out the new one when done. I'd rather wait and pay less if that was the option. I did that too, and I don't remember if I paid the $40 shipping or not. Because I don't remember in the campaign realizing that they were going to send the old ones first before they sent the next set. But I must have, if they must have set it up like that. But so I guess I paid $40 too. We got Phil with 2 L's. What am I watching? What is this channel? What is this show? Who am I? I can't answer that one for you there, Phil. But yeah, so my new channel, this is, well, I guess because Jim is on there as a user too and has done things for the setup and all that. And this is a show that we'll do. I'm not sure if it'll be weekly. Might be weekly. Hoping to go an hour. We've already gone an hour. We've only gone over one campaign.
You can take all the credit in case it crashes and burns. Then
I will take all the
Get the
credit. Yeah, you said Sanky was talking about NFTs. We will skip that one. Is it cheaper to add on the first book to the Ketchup tier? Well, why would you want to add the first book on the Ketchup tier? Because doesn't the Ketchup tier already come with the first book? Or I wonder if we already kind of answered that question when we looked at doing it separately. And they're trying to talk about the Jamanda show. Uh-oh, George is already talking about food. Are we that boring? And
did you say hi to Vanessa?
oh, Vanessa, I missed Vanessa. Sorry, Vanessa. I don't know where you are. Oh, I see Noah. Noah's in the chat saying hi to Vanessa. I do see that. If a campaign is really bad, you should bring on Furious V. Maybe we will. We talked about having some guests come on at some point, but we figured let's get the kinks out with just us first. So maybe that'll be something in the future. Zaid Comics says he thinks a 3K goal is a good set. All of ours have been 3K. I'm just pulling this up because I think it's funny. George, did you see what Vanessa did to her copy of Groken? Let's see. We'll follow up that. Just pull it up. Oops. She destroyed it. It's all folded and bent. The worst part, she rubbed off Kenneth's signature. And I think that might be it for Vanessa's throwing some support. If you haven't already, hit that like button to support Amanda B and Jim Cox is okay. Okay, Manifesto is here. And then Mo says it's not crashing and burning. Over 20 live viewers for a first show without any big guests is good. A lot of people saying hi, Kay. Yeah, there's Vanessa. Of course, I saw her earlier, but she is here. It's not boring, but I was not spending that much time on a single campaign in the future. It's not my fault. Sim made it really long to scroll. All right, now I don't know if we do want to end it here with just one, or if we do want to go on to another one. But 2 would probably be the limit. I'm okay to keep going. But I was hoping to kind of keep to the 1 hour because of the, rewatchability. But I don't mind hanging out, and I like talking about comics. So I don't know if people in the chat have an opinion if they want to go longer. Jim, are you okay to go longer?
I'm fine.
Okay.
What one do you want to bring up, or do you want to ask the chat what they want to look at?
We can ask the chat, although I do have a couple, because I was actually hoping we'd get through like 3 or 4. So I did pull up a couple other ones. One of the ones was another unfunded one that was kind of in the middle of unfunded list. And then I pulled up the one campaign that was on the very bottom of Creator Go. So I like talking about comics, Vanessa.
Say what the titles are and see if chat has any.
So we have, you know what, you want me to say this. So SPQR, Bizarre Adventure, and Elysian Fields Remastered. So that is Michael Odin's campaign. I have that one that was an idea. And then I have a campaign called Fail, and it's by Don Jezza. So I don't know if anybody has any ideas. No Mo. We've already thought that one. Not thought that one. We've already nixed that one. Let's see. Actually, George, Mo, it was not the one at the very bottom.
George and Crazy Mad say to do
Elysian Fields. All right. Yes, pick Mo Big. No, we're not doing that one. It's called Fail. Has it failed. It has 14 days left, and technically it's showing 0% of their fixed goal. So I don't know if we want to look at that one to see exactly what they're doing wrong, if they're doing anything right. But yeah.
We could go through it real quick if you want, and then do the other one.
You think we might have time to do 3 of them?
We don't have to go into as much
All
detail.
right. Well, yeah. Okay.
Hold
We'll
up.
go with
Just take a quick
the
glance.
fail really quick. Okay. Really, really quick. If I can do it. All right. So this is the one that was at the very bottom of Creative Tracker now, or Creative Go. So the tracker, it does it based on monetary amount. So this one has raised the least amount of money for everything considered Comic Skate on Creator Go. It has raised $95. It has a fixed goal of $15,000. And sadly, it is showing that it's 0% funded, only 2 backers, 14 days left. Now, I don't know with this 14 days if they did like a short 14-day thing, if this is the first 30 and they're, 2 weeks into it, if this is the second 30. I have no idea. I've actually never heard of this before getting ready for the show.
That there is a lofty goal.
That is. So let's start with the
heard.
campaign owner, Don Jezza. Have you ever heard of him?
No.
No, not somebody I'm familiar with. Not even familiar with this fail project. Could be a reason why it only has 2 backers. This person's not getting around. I don't know.
That art right there looks okay.
Yeah.
If that
I
has
can kind of see it.
That's the kind of art that'll be in the book.
We won't do the trailer, but we'll flip through these other things.
The art's looking pretty good.
I don't know. Like the art's not bad, but it's not catching my eye for something I want to read. Just mech isn't something I'm completely into.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
The coloring looks pretty good.
Okay.
So scroll down. Let's see real quick what we got here.
Are you in? I don't know. I don't know anything about the book yet.
Apparently, I'm not in. Is anyone in? How many backers were there?
There was only 2 backers so far. Loaded everything bundle, $125. Let's see. So the basic. Okay, you got a T-shirt. You got the card game. You got the collector times 2.
Go back up a little bit.
Wait a second. There's not even a single book?
Stop. Scroll back down a little bit.
Here?
Down.
All right.
Where the words start.
Where the words start? Here?
Yeah, right there. If you need to start
That's where the words start?
If you need to start a paragraph with first things first, rewrite it. Okay.
That is kind of weird. Aspiring comic book born in the early 80s.
Talking
about himself. So what is, he needs a better sell point in the beginning. What is archaic? That's last. Okay. So images, I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that one. But not completely horrible. It is not as long as the Sims, but I'm not sure that I like the setup. Risks, challenges, finished comic panel. They're only showing a panel. There is a page. So they're taking out panels, they're taking out pages. But did you see these perks? So you got everything. It's unlock stretch goals, shirts, comic, battle card game, future offers, digital copy.
Wouldn't be a bad perk if it was a campaign that someone knew about.
Okay, true. All right, so they do. I was worried that they didn't have a book. I didn't see that on the first scrolling. So there's the book. Book is $25. Purchase the book 1 and all stretch goals earned.
So let's pick on that one and see what the shipping is on that one.
Archaic Battles card game. It's kind of neat that it adds a card game, but if this is their first time campaign, that seems a little overzealous.
Get the book out there, get people interested in the IP, and then do a game.
$20 shipping.
Yeah, this is a no-go for me. That's too steep for unknown. I know nothing about the person or the book.
Are they in the U.S.?
$25. How many pages did it say?
They are in the U.S. Parts unknown. So it's $25 to keep it in the country. How many pages?
Yeah,
See if
did
I
it
can
say
figure
that?
that out. I'm not seeing it. First story arc, what the book is, what you get. Oh, 48-page book. The book will be a 48-page story with possibly more added with stretch goals.
Yeah. So the price of the book is okay if it isn't bad for 48 pages.
Although, wait a second.
That's on the
Is
high
it
end of 48 pages for a brand new creator.
Is this in this verse you will get your first look into the world of Tay or Tai, follow a small squad of the Raven Legion followed by Commander Mex. Oh, okay. I thought it was talking about books like it was an anthology, but no, I guess he's giving more detail as to what the story is and who's in it. Looks like he's been on Alterna Comics though. The artwork looks well done. Peter Samedi of Alterna Comics. So I'm wondering if he said that on like one of
Probably
his
open mic.
5-minute, 3-minute things.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. But I would say you definitely need to get around more. All right, so we're gonna stop sharing this one and see if others have comments on that. So, oh, Mrs. Good Stuff joined. Hello, Mrs. Yeah, I don't know if if anybody has chosen to get the notifications. I can't say I got them, so I'm wondering if anybody else has got them. Oops.
What are you laughing at?
I think you put it up there, or did I put it up there? But anyways, okay, so
But you didn't comment. You just laughed.
yeah, because I was trying to go up further. I'm trying to start at the beginning. All right, quickly look at fail, look at fail. Is that ironic or no? I'm not quite sure what that is in reference to. Is fail a parody? I don't think so. I still don't know what I'm watching, but it makes me happy. Okay. If fail fails, at least it's staying true to the brand. 15K fixed. Woo, lads. It's a bit high. I always find, and I said this to somebody the other day, if somebody is choosing like a $7,000 goal or more and they're a first time creator, it's almost like it's a kiss of death. Like, I don't know. Most of them won't make that. This was the one I was laughing at. So 95 USD, at least his mom and dad backed. So we have Few Lads is right. And then I would say it's a fitting name. Snuggy says that he's never heard of this book. George does say that the 15K is a bit high. Hicks Villain says 15K. They think they're on Zoop. Now I know I saw Miss Rena ask what's the difference, and I can't say I have no idea what Zoop is, except for I think it's just another crowdfunding platform. George does say that the art does look decent. He agrees. Crazy goal from Derek. The campaign is so under the radar. Frog G only posted the link 10 times. Frog G is on top of the links. All right, so here's a comment about the art. Eric says the colors blend together. The background and foreground are muddied together. Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I saw that one image that I didn't really care for. So the title is archaic, but the campaign title is fail. Oh, I didn't pick up on that, but now that you're saying that, you're right. That is a little weird, isn't it? The art is decent, but the coloring needs work.
I wonder if you can rename campaigns. Maybe they just renamed it after they got bad attitude about the outcome.
Although he's doing a book and a game, and I don't remember, and I won't go back to it. But was the game the same title as the book, and how closely related was the game to the book?
Yeah, no idea. Is he also cross-posting on that other?
Yeah, so 20 shipping, stretch goals. I suppose we can go back and look if we wanted to look at the stretch goals and the thing, but I'd rather move on to another campaign.
That was definitely the lofty goal. 15K. There's no way. Cut your costs if you really need to get that much to get your first book out. Get rid of add-ons, trim it down, and do what you need to do to get your book out there. As much as I don't like ash can campaigns, get one of those out just to get some interest in your property.
Yeah, we've had people do that. They even had to slide into the DMs to get the ash can out. Now, Miss Rena here is saying, I don't like backing comics that don't have enough comic pages. I like to see the artwork first before deciding to back it. I agree. That one, granted, we did it quickly, but I don't think there was a lot of pages. There was definitely more panels pulled than the pages. And then, it's nice to look at the pages so you can see the sequential art and know kind of what you're getting. Because if you're just having a boring panel, okay, you can draw a panel, but how well is your flow going?
Yeah, at least 2 or 3 pages, but I wouldn't go more than like 5, depending on how big the book is, because you don't want to give spoilers away either. I want to look forward to getting the book. I don't want the book, splayed out there before I even get it. Even if the words aren't on it, even if it's not lettered, you don't want to give too much of the story away, but enough for people to know how consistent the story artwork will be.
All right, so Mo says here, my advice, if you've only ever been on somebody's open mic and aren't well known, don't launch until that changes. And Derek Clay agrees. Let's see, they're talking about Zoop. We'll pull that one up. So Zoop fulfills for you too, but they promote SJW stuff and try to get big industry names. It's super new as a platform. K Manifesto says he didn't get a notification, but he resolved it. I'm thinking, because I think I actually signed up under my personal one, and I didn't get a notification. But George is digging things so far. We appreciate that, George. So Sumo look back. He has a campaign, a same campaign under the comic title. Okay. George is liking the time. Okay, so Mandy, he has the same campaign under the comic title with 47 days to go. Why is it? That's weird that it's showing 14 days. So is it technically the game that has 14 days to go? 2 days to go? That's bizarre. Why would he have 2 campaigns that's like both things on both? I don't get it. But that could be why he's not succeeding. But part of it probably is the fact that nobody knows who he is. Oh, he had stretch goals? I asked stretch goals because he had them. All right, let's stop there for a moment. We will go back and just double check that real quick.
Hey, Candace B.
Hey, Candace B. All right, so stretch goals. Yeah, we scrolled quickly down through the art and the pages. What you get, archaic battles, archaic t-shirt. Those were the, okay, here's the stretch goals. Like with all crowdfunding, the more funds raised, the more you get. We have some great ideas for what we really feel are worthy stretch goals. A list of stretch goals will be released if we can get funded. Mo. There's no stretch goals listed. So I'm assuming he's probably waiting to see how things go before he lists them, which not a bad move, but what we need, there's no actual goals. Doesn't say when they start. Nothing for this one. It's a little weird. All right.
Yeah, we've already spent more time on this campaign than it gave it more.
That's okay. We're pretty much there. We're finished up with the chat. Moving on.
We gave it more attention than it's worthy of.
This may be a bad campaign page, and since he already got a backer, he could delete it outright. Maybe. We are not sisters.
Oh, so is that what they're saying? That there's another campaign on Indiegogo?
I think on Indiegogo. Yeah.
Oh, so
All
that's
right.
a failed listing. So is it on
Possibly.
Creative Go? Is it only once on Creative Go? Double check there and see.
Yeah, no, I think I only saw it once on Creator Go.
What were you looking higher up in the chart?
Well, I pulled the last one is what I saw. So there was another. Yeah, no, because most of the other ones on the list I recognize. So yeah, I'm not seeing it double listed on Creator Go, but maybe, Nailsbot took Nailsbot or how you pronounce that, took it and then just added that one. I don't know. All right, so LOL, 3 covers at $10 a piece, or you can buy them all for $50. Math not get taught to people born in the 80s. That's a good point. Very good point.
Yeah, you can. He has another campaign up.
Let's assume the first stretch goal is a 6 a.m. comics to be sticker. Are you saying that because you see them everywhere, Mo? Candace, it's actually new. I decided I wanted to do this show maybe 4 days ago, and then in order to do the show, I needed a place to do it. So yeah, the channel's new. All right, so we now moving on to
Yeah, if you don't
Mike
want to look
Loden's.
at the campaign.
What was that? You want to look at another one?
No.
You're done?
Archaic, the other campaign page. You want to take a quick look at it?
Nah.
It has a more realistic goal, like they were saying in chat, 5,000 fixed goal.
Oh. Okay, so maybe that's what happened is they set this up and realized it was not good and then reset the other one.
Yes.
And you said it's under archaic?
Yeah, the title of this. Yes.
What's the price point it's at right now?
Looks a little shorter too. It looks like they cleaned it up a little bit. So if you want to bring it up, you can see.
You sharing your screen?
No, that's what I was saying.
Exactly. So I bring it up.
Click on his name. It says 2 campaigns.
All right, let me get back to where we are with his name and the view full profile and 2 campaigns. All right. Back to StreamYard so I can say let's share screen. Tab. And archaic.
George says no, but just let's go through it real quick. And you see that he has a realistic fixed goal.
One backer, 105. He's made 2% of his $5,000 goal. Makes sense. 47 days left. Showing some of the same artwork. Oh, the book's only $10 here. Although I think that's what Lord Ravener was pointing out. So $10, $10. There we are with the 50.
Much
I don't
more
remember that
reasonable.
image.
There's only, that image was in there, wasn't it?
Oh, maybe. But it is a lot of the same.
No game.
He looks too dark. Yeah,
Nice and short.
darkness. All right, so did he start with first things first? No. Hello, everyone, and what is archaic? So some of the things that we suggested with the other one, he did fix here. So I guess this is definitely a better attempt, Mr. Don, if you ever see this. But get out there.
So go pick on one real quick.
Go
See
pick on
what the
one.
shipping and everything is. One of the $10 campaigns.
Okay.
See what it says.
And United States, $12. So it is more than the book, but $22 for a book, and I think we're still looking at 48 pages. I'm assuming it's going to be the same size book as the other one.
Yeah, so someone
A little more reasonable.
got to him and explained all the problems of the other campaign, probably. It appears.
Yeah. Oh, you can get a digital here for $10. I wonder if the digital is showing.
I'm not sure why you'd want an ad. Why not have the digital available?
Yeah, it looks like it's only available as an add-on, which is kind of, I don't like that, but okay.
But it's a reasonable price. It's a very good. It's actually a pretty good price. I might actually back this, even though it's not perfect.
Why are you thinking you're going to back it? What is leaning you towards backing it?
I like the art. Let's go to the next campaign.
Hang on, let's go to the... So Jaro saying, still only 1 page of sequential art. Snuggie. Wait, no! We don't want $4.99 colors on this. So make the book $12. Yeah, see, this makes more sense. Make the book $12 and the shipping $10. Because, yeah, that's the whole, I don't want to pay more for shipping than I do the book. It is a mentality thing. Whoops. You can get all 3 covers in digital through add-ons for only $4. You can get the same thing as a tier and pay $50. Yeah. Someone's not completing the math, but good price for digital. Yeah, I don't mind a $10 digital book. Too bad it's only as an add-on. All right, so we are gonna go on to what I think we'll call the last one. And you thinking we want to do Michael Odin's, or we want to do a campaign that's actually funded?
Yes.
I'm asking you, Jim, and anyone who wants to put the input in the chat. I know there is a delay, so we'll wait a little bit. Yes, Snuggie, math is hard. Thank you, Candace P. Have a good day. Not sure how much longer we're doing this because we're already at an hour and a half, and I was aiming, 1 to 2, so we'll go through the other one pretty quick.
If you want to end now, that's fine.
Hopefully relatively quick.
If you want to bring one up, bring it up.
No, I guess let's go to 5 o'clock. Funny, Jim. I'm funny, George. Hey, Don, thanks for coming. All right, so I'm gonna share the screen. We'll go through Michael Odin's. Now, first off the bat, I can't pronounce. Well, I suppose I can, but I want to read SPQR. I don't want to say SPQR. I don't like the title, so right off the bat, I'm going to say that. Does SPQR stand for something? Does anybody know? I actually don't know that I've watched him shill this on a stream, to tell you the truth. I do know Michael Odin. I am familiar with his works. I'm probably... this will be an opinion that... All right, I'm going to say it because it's this show. But actually, Elysian Fields, I did not back it, but I have read it. I did not like it. Not at all. I almost liken it to be one of the worst CG books I've ever read. Now, that's not due to Odin's writing. I don't want people to say that. But the Elysian Fields is based on mythological Rome, I want to say it was. It's been a while since I've read it. And there were a lot of names I couldn't pronounce, historical things that were referenced, and fighting. I couldn't get into it. I didn't understand that whole mythological stuff. It wasn't dumbed down, I guess you could say. Like, I would have enjoyed it better if it was dumbed down, especially when you're dealing with stuff like that. So, but anyways, so there's that. But I did back The Embrace, and The Embrace was a much better read. So, like I said, that's not really any knock on Odin, or Ogden, as Mo would like to say, and I oftentimes have to think to correct myself. Yeah, the title, I'm not a fan. Are they doing two things? I don't know. What's your thoughts there, Jim?
I am not interested in this so far.
Okay. The image on the right, it's... I don't really care for it. The colors are nice. But it's that whole mythological thing, the Rome. It's not catching me. It's not. All right, so then we won't play the trailer, but we'll go through the box, images, more trailers, some art. Pyramid Gambit. Oh, so yeah, I think they're doing what? A book, which is the SPQR, and then you get a chance to back some of the other books. Package of Elite Culture. All right, we'll go to the tiers after. But anyways, I don't know if we should stop and go to the chat. Are we missing anything important in the chat? We're saying hi. Let's go. 24 Eyes has joined us. Mo says that SPR was an easy pass. I didn't know what JoJo is, so a parody is... Oh, it's a parody? Oh, is that like the JoJo Adventure thing that you hear people joking about for the Weebery stuff?
Weebery, isn't it?
Oh,
right.
Okay. All right.
So
Summary here. SPQR is an abbreviation for Sinitus Populesque Romance. Yeah. I think I prefer SPQR, knowing that that's what that is too. But I don't know. I don't like the letters. The two most monotone hosts. Oops. Wait, you're pulling up something else. See, that's why one of us should have control, not two.
You complain when I don't pull them up. You complain when I do.
we discussed this again. I'm like, who's running? And he's like, we'll both do it. I'm like, no, because we'll be like clicking on different things. And he's like, oh, we'll just go with the flow. I'm like, I can't go with the flow. All right. So did we already catch SPQR was an easy pass? Yeah, meaningless. Okay. So we're going down from there. Hey, Dawn. I'd already said that. The two most monotone host. Is that referring to you as 12 there, 24? All right, so we got that. So here's Mo saying that Odin had a solid hit with the embrace, but follows up with a weeb tangent. So it is weebery, okay. Derek thinks the art on this looks great. Eric the Guapo says, I really do not like this campaign. It's a huge ripoff from one of the worst and most tropey animes / manga. Oh, I don't think I realized it was a parody. Where have I been that have not realized this campaign is a parody?
You're not a weeb.
Lord Ravener says he doesn't have the embrace either, but he heard it's shipping. Oh yeah, Mo's got lost somewhere. I'm surprised Lord Ravener hasn't gotten his yet. And yeah, so he thinks all his books are available on this campaign. You can buy them separately or as a bundle. Jim Cox is such a man of the chat that he is barely paying attention to his own stream. But is he really paying attention to the chat too?
You say something.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, see, here it is. I can't stand Murph being in control. He is terrible. Reads every comment in order. What's wrong with reading them in order? I'm staying in order. I'm just not reading every comment.
No, you went down, then back up, and then back down.
Ogden. Let's see. So Hicks Villain says, I got Embrace a while ago. Might want to check with Critical Blast or Odin. Very true.
Why are you gatekeeping Mo Biggs' pronunciations?
I don't know. I should, because I confuse myself whether like every time I'm getting ready to say Odin or Ogden, I'm like, okay, which one's the right way?
At this point, it doesn't matter.
So Sumo, that's true. Sumo, why can't it click to get what? I don't know what happened. I've never seen JoJo, but I think it's more a parody of the style. No comment.
Tim always brings up good points.
All right. So we'll go back to this and we'll look at the body. Okay, so we got a nice cover picture. That's not so bad, the art. The colors are pretty good for the
Did
cover.
Romans really wear
It's a shame that my screen can't show the whole image, though. What?
Did Romans really wear eyeliner? That's my question.
Let's see. So SPQR's Bizarre Adventure, Rubicon Invaders, is a not-so-accurate historical retelling of the Rubicon crossing, the way you never knew you needed, with big muscles, dramatic posing, and barrage of punches. See Julius Caesar's clash with Pompey Magnus as he tries to cross the Rubicon to save Rome. Yeah, not catching me. So it's 25 pages of JoJo-inspired history. Kinda. Here's some internal black and whites. I'm liking the art inside better than I liked that he's shown thus far. And are those manga sound effects above his fist? Alright, we're going black and white art, black and white art. The black and white art's not so bad.
No, it's pretty good.
Yep. We're looking at a time lapse. That print, yeah, that print doesn't do anything for me. I don't know, the the people look like the faces look like they're out of stone. So it's not, I don't know. I'm not really digging that.
What are
Elysian
the-
Fields is back and recolored.
Calm down.
The original colors? Colors. Wait a second. The art changed too? Oh, okay. There's a bit of difference there.
New
These
colors.
ones are definitely contrasting more. A little better palette. You like the before or the after?
I don't know. I'm not going to go into this campaign to look for new colors on an old campaign. Why
Okay.
not have it? I would think this would be better spent on a different, separate Elysian Fields campaign, in my opinion.
So you don't like the fact that there's 2 books on the one?
Yeah, I don't see a reason to combine them. If you want to get your library out there, I recommend a web store. That's just my opinion.
No, I can see that. All right, package of elite culture. Looks like we have the new book, 2, 3 old books, some prints, and a T-shirt. Bizarre box tells you what's in it. Rubicon Invaders. So is that the book for only $10 for the new one? 25 black and white pages. The Elysian Field Remastered is $10. The remastered holofoil is $30. Wouldn't this make sense to have listed in the tiers? I don't know that I would look down here for all the individual prices. Brace is $20. T-shirt, plushie. I am JoJo reference. So that's a drawn-in tier? Yes, I am a JoJo reference. Super limited. By the title, I'm not sure that that's definitely a drawn-in tier. You too can gain stando power by purchasing this tier. A fully colored commission will be made to turn you into a JoJo stand user. Okay, drawn-in tier. Shipping rates, strive for excellence, ship all the packages by priority mail. There's stretch goals. So that's kind of weird. The first stretch goal, $3,600, and you get Embrace Sticky Hands. Where are we at? We're not there yet. They are $1,100 shy of their funding. Now, okay.
And 3,600 is their funding, so it makes a little bit of sense.
But I don't think you should have the first stretch goal as you're backing the book. The book is what you're getting. Plus, there's no incentive to go on. I've had a conversation about this recently with somebody. But my first thought when I saw this, Embrace Sticky Hands. So basically, he has leftover sticky hands from the Embrace because those came in the campaign with the Embrace. I got it. And now he has leftover. So that is the first stretch goal. I'm not sure if I'm keen on that. And then at $4,600, which is it's a 1,000 interval, which not too bad. I don't mind. I kind of like, not too close, but not too far. So SPQR mailer bags for Geminis. Our partnership with Critical Blast for Fulfillment has been awesome. And one of these things they bring to the table is the option to have printed mailer bags. We got to do this for the Embrace and they were fantastic. So should we do them again? We will use this art by Ink Art Louis for the SPQR mailer bag. Okay. I've gotten books in mailer bags before, but I don't think it's ever been a stretch goal. And I'm pretty sure, I'd have to go back to pictures, but
No, but
I'm pretty sure my Embrace came in it. So
that's between Critical Blast. That's between the fulfillment center and the creator.
do you like the stretch goal?
I don't know. No,
don't know?
because I don't care. A Gemini or a fake Gemini is good enough for me. I just want the book. It's neat to see, but I wouldn't make it a stretch goal. Just if you
Yeah,
make
I'm not sure that I like the packaging upgrade, if that's what you want to call it, as
right,
a good stretch goal.
I'm gonna rip the bag open and pull the Gemini out of it anyway. So
Exactly.
but
All right. Then we got
But I'm a
chibi
little
stickers.
peculiar like that. I don't care about boxes either.
Okay.
And
I like
fancy.
some boxes. There are other I like the boxes, but I don't know. There's some boxes that eventually I will have on display. So at 6,200, which is not an even increment, DeBello chibi stickers, which chibi stickers, most campaigns have them. Not surprised to see them here. $8,000, 7-page AV. This stretch goal will add 7 pages to the SPQR. The additional pages will pay homage to the famous 7-page Muda from Golden Wind below, with Julius Caesar pummeling Pompey Magnus for all 7 additional pages. I suppose if you're really into the book, this might be exciting.
Yeah, none of this is targeted to me. I'm not the target audience for this campaign.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't see that either. And 10,000 is a secret. So it's a secret. Want to know what it is? Get us to 10K and you will find out. So basically, he's reselling his library and adding this $10. Wait a second. Why wouldn't the... I would think this tier would become before the remastered tier, but
It's
that's
probably
just me.
alphabetical order.
Okay. But $10 book, and then he's putting on the rest. All right. We didn't do shipping part yet, did we?
No.
So shipping the one book to the United States. $10. 10 and 10. Not too shabby. I
No,
don't
wait.
know.
That says the Bizarre Adventure and Elysian Fields Remaster.
This is the title of the book. The title of the campaign page, that's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, down here you're only getting the adventure one. You can do some add-ons. Well, that's you can't do like the Embrace book add-on. You can't do the other one add-on, but you get these t-shirt and plushie.
Yes, agree.
Seems a little weird to me. And then we'll go back and we'll look at the big... Oh, we didn't even look for Australia, but that's okay. All right, so you gotta select a size shirt. Oh, I don't... Okay. I would have thought it would have brought me to another page. $85. You get a long list of stuff to get, though. Calculate to the United States.
Did you check
$20.
Australia on that last one or not?
Not the last one. No, we can go back.
We're checking on this one first.
So $20 to add all that stuff. Not, in the grand scheme of things, not too bad. $30 for Australia.
At least it's
$10 more. Let's choose this one though, because I'm wondering what the add-ons, if it was a different... The add-ons change. Nope, same add-ons. Okay. Australia.
Wait, but you
$15.
can't add on. You can't add on the book, or vice versa.
Nope, which seems a little odd to me.
Yeah.
They want you to back it twice. That's the only way you'll be able to do it, or buy the perk that has them all. So here, Australia is paying more for the book, but $15 to Australia. I suppose it's not that bad. All right, so I'm gonna stop sharing. Actually, we don't need to stop sharing, but I am gonna go to the chat to see what I am missing. All right, so can creators request a critique from you guys? I don't think I'm following, okay? Like they want us to look at the campaign?
we're not going to look at campaigns chosen by people. We're just going to decide which ones to look at.
I have had people ask me in the past, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, and we will have more people asking, but we're not going to start doing that because no. We'll just decide which ones we want to look at. If the chat decides they want us to look at one on the next time, we'll consider that. But
Would you call B-Rose?
We don't want people contacting us and asking us to look at their campaign.
Don't be sliding up into Jim's DMs, is what he's saying.
At least not at this point.
Would you call B-Rose David? Just call him Ogden. It's simpler that way. Very true, Mo. Sumo says he always starts by looking at the body. I'm sure there's a joke in there somewhere. This is a good opportunity to pick up Ogden's back catalog. Very true. There is a request to play the trailer.
I wouldn't say it's good, though.
Is it? He's saying it's horrific. Now I'm like curious. Let's go back. All right, we're gonna play it, Mo, just for you.
Play it.
Well, we can always stop it. We can always stop it. So your thoughts?
Oh, you played it? I didn't hear anything informative. I'm gonna pull John Malin in and say I didn't hear any narration.
Okay. Yeah. Was it because I like enlarged the screen, but the art looked like it was pixelated? That's definitely not a draw for the art. The black and white, not so bad. What the heck was going on with the leaves following, and the music so did not work for that trailer and the subject matter. And that was the 23 seconds we saw of it. There was 41 seconds. I'm assuming most of it was a lot of the same stuff. All right. So Dojo Kun says this was way too weeb for me. I like Ogden, but this is a pass for me too.
There is an audience out there for this, I'm sure. It's just not me.
A remastered version. I don't know what he was thinking. Probably was talking about that interesting trailer we just watched. Snuggy is wondering, WTF is JoJo? Where's B-Rose when you need him? This would make more sense if Ogden had a weeb audience. He probably does somewhere, just not very big. At least not here. Lettering needs work, but I like the manga black and white pages for SPQR. Is there a digital? The lettering needs, I don't think, the lettering didn't even jump out as we were looking at it. That's okay. I'm looking for a digital. I am not seeing a digital. However, when I backed the Embrace, it came with a digital.
Does it say that anywhere in the
description? It does not say it here, but I don't think it did with the Embrace either. And I know they released the digital before the book came out because there was a bit of delay with the book.
Look in the campaign description and see if it says. Very, very informative. Oh, there it is. Oh.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat better. Yeah, it doesn't really. You missed. Here's the campaign.
Yep.
You have to miss out prior catalog, work with your current audience, war chest campaign in order to continue to produce quality content. Doesn't look like there is anything digital. That would be a question that you would. What?
Never mind.
That would be a question to ask for Ogden.
A lot of words, but not very descriptive.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. Scroll back up. Back to the show.
You're scrolling like Michael Bancroft. Take your time.
Let's see. Dojo B says, so the stretch goal on this one is the leftovers from the previous book. It does appear that way. Sticky hands greater than sticky stickers. I don't know about that. Lack of book add-ons with just the SPQR book. Just a t-shirt and a doll of the other campaigns. Yeah, I think he should have added a little bit more add-ons for that. That way people don't have to back it twice. They can get what they want. I am a fan of add-ons, but I understand the mess it makes in the back end when people try to fulfill. The second stretch goal is the packaging. Who the hell cares about the packaging? We pretty much said that too there, Dojo B. But of course, these are probably late. At 5K, you get a cover. Derek says he's not a fan of the mailer bags. Mo Big says, I like the Embrace mailer bag, but I wouldn't say it's worthy of a stretch goal. I like the fact that it kept it safe from the, water
Yeah,
and stuff.
they're,
But just like Jim
they're
said, you rip it off and throw it away. It's a plastic bag.
yeah, they're functional, but not something I want to pay extra for. Or don't tell me I'm paying extra for it. Just do it.
Derek says the boxes can be cool, but not why I back. I carefully open all my mailers so I can frame them. Good for you, Snuggie. Hello to Aardvark. Hicks Villain says he likes the bag, a little extra protection. My art is on the Embrace box, but it's not a reason for me to back. See, that would be a reason for me to back there, Derek. Let's see. Hopefully he gets an RG or Tug or some other channel with a big weeb audience. I don't think there's a high demand for this type of stuff in CG at large. Hey Astro, the secret is the mailer bag for the mailer bag. That's funny. That'd be funny. Let's see. Raiden Radio says he went on RG, but it's not a good match for his target audience. Was that for Noirlum? Because I can see that, but I'm really looking forward to Noirlum. Shh, it's a secret. And then Lord Ravener says Don Chin is the only one allowed to do parodies. Eric Guapo says I wish Adam Post would do parodies again. Yeah, he's kind of MIA. Sumo agrees it was a good joke. Ah, that music. Music was awful. I hate everything about this campaign. If LJN made a licensed Nintendo game for the Special Olympics, that would be the title screen music.
You're doing what Derek said Kevin does.
They're important! Shumia doesn't play well with trailers. Now it's stuck in my head. I think he's going for the old fascist spelling there, JP. Where there's no U's, they're all V's. Snuggie says not my thing, but each his or her own. Terrible anime for JoJo. George throwing in a joke there, but I won't pull up everything. The first I ever heard of JoJo was back in the day. There was a Sega Dreamcast game. I looked at it and saw it was a Capcom fighting game. So wow, get it. But looked at the characters and I couldn't. Artists are accustomed to seeing their names in print. For me to get my name printed, I have to commit a crime or do a 5K charity race. I think people are chasing manga fever, but that's like trying to serve sushi from a hot dog cart.
What's wrong with sushi from a hot dog? Where's that cart at?
Huh? The cart? You want sushi from a hot dog cart?
Yeah, where's that cart? I haven't seen it. I'm looking for it.
I don't know that I would get sushi from a hot dog cart.
Like I told Lola, she asked this question about sushi from a food truck, and I said just dilute it with tacos from a food truck in case it's bad.
I won't read this comment, but Eric makes a good point. So let's see if we can go back up to where it said that. I don't think I can find it, but George was asking Eric what else he thought of the campaign besides the fact that he hates everything about it right here. Eric the Guapo, but besides that, what do you think? All right, so let's see. Oh, JP, we're not gonna go that. So my comic is manga-esque. I want to do a manga comic since childhood. You know, I'm not big one way or the other, but I can tell you that Roman theme is not sitting well with this campaign for me, let alone the rest of it. It's like trying to serve sushi from a hot dog cart on a street with a bunch of good sushi restaurants with fully satisfied customers. All right. I think we're pretty much caught up. I don't know if we have some final comments. You have some final words, but we can probably end it here.
Yeah, no, I don't have much. I like Odin. This book isn't for me. I think he should do like an Elysian Fields reprint campaign on its own, kind of separate them, but I don't know. Maybe it makes more sense to do them together. My opinion, probably not.
I would think it'd be a fulfilling nightmare to offer a bunch of stuff. You know, I can see waiting and doing the other one and doing them separate because you definitely don't want to be fulfilling 2 campaigns at the same time, or, you know, worry about fulfilling one and then back-to-back fulfillment. I don't know. That's just me, but that's definitely more of a creative thing, and we don't have experience with that part.
No, but I just put the back library on a web store, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yep.
Instead
And
of
then heavily
cluttering
promote
up
that.
this campaign.
Yep. All
Clutter
right.
is never good.
So final words. Nerium does very well in the manga style. People are thanking us for our stream. Sorry for the boomerisms and having to jump back and forth, and that is definitely not my strength. I would much rather just sit and watch and talk, not have to finagle between the screens. Miss Rena says, I could never get into JoJo. It was too silly and weird for me, and some story I'm assuming points didn't make sense. Later, JoJo makes it feel like the writer is pulling just people stuff out of his ass. Okay. George is asking Grid for a show when we'll be on again. I am heading home next weekend, so I don't think it'll be next Sunday, unless we do a later thing. But we could try to do this weekly. I don't see any reason why not. Thank you, Lord Ravner. Greed, excellent show, serves an important purpose. Astro Zombie. Oh, AA shows up at the very end. Then Sumo
Kick
says, more
Sumo
Amanda,
towards.
less Jim. Jim needs to pay better attention. And no worries, Miss Rena. Typos happen all the time, and you'd only notice it after you hit the send button.
It doesn't matter. When I do pay attention, I can't get a word in anyway.
You saying I talk a lot?
I didn't say it.
Anyways, all right. Eric and Ape, I'll say this. The JoJo fans I've shown this to love the concept, but are unsure about backing. They like their manga on the shelves, unfortunately. So this isn't manga enough for them to want. The price point's probably a little high. Is that what you're saying? But they love the concept? Okay. Only on some streams, Eric. All right. Yeah, actually, Dojo B brings up a good point. So Good Stuff Comic Skater show tonight at 9:30. Dojo B, I believe, is going to be this guest tonight. That's probably why he's advertising it. We do have someone that has backed. I backed this campaign. I think it looks fun, and Odin is an expert on ancient history. That is a good point to do. He knows his stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know it. I need it dumbed down.
Yeah, an Elysian
I
Field.
like history, but too much detail in a comic book is not what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I'll just go back to muting myself.
Sorry.
That's all right. Yeah, we'll have another show. We're not going to be on a regular schedule, and it may turn into something like that. But at this time, we'll just let everyone know ahead of time.
All right. Later, everyone. We'll see you in the chats. Have fun. Bye.
Talk to you all later.